Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 122nd episode of Don't Forget the Popcorn. How many of you guys are fans of hip hop and rap music? Well, I'm a fan of all music, but I do like me some hip hop and rap. For me, the golden age of hip hop is the early 90s. Nas, Biggie, Wu Tang, Pac, Snoop, Drake, Cube, Hove, Outkast, Big L. All these guys and groups are legendary and have made some of the best music of all time. But where were the origins? Sugar Hill Gang came out with Rapper's Delight in 79, but the 80s is really when hip hop and hip hop culture started. The scene in New York was crazy, and the West Coast scene would boom right after. The history of hip hop and where it started and where it currently is quite fascinating. From the lyrics to the flows to the dress styles, hip hop is ever changing. But at its core, it's still one of the coolest forms of rebellion, no matter how mainstream it gets. So, for me personally, I love a good origin story. And what could be better than one about hip hop? Today, we are covering a request from my man Marlon Bellamy, 1985 Krush Groove, directed by Michael Schultz. Okay, I won't say this is a hip hop origin story. That would probably be Wild Style in '82. But it does show us when hip hop started getting popular and the main players who helped propel it into the mainstream. Marlon, thank you for requesting this. Haven't watched it since I was about 18 or 19. My mother and I used to watch this all the time when I was a kid. This and Beat Street were always on. So while I was watching this, I was getting excited, remembering everything that was going to happen as the scenes approached. The one scene I was excited for was the Fat Boys scene. All you can eat. Always loved that one as a kid. Crush Groove could easily have failed because it mostly stars real musicians. It was a smart choice going with Blair Underwood as Russell in the lead role, so even if they sucked, the lead would be good. Well, I gotta say, all the actors are pretty good, and the best part about this is the music. I was singing and rapping along the whole time. Holly Rock and King of Rock are two of the best songs of the 80s, but we'll talk about the music and performances a little later. Crush Groove is about a young man in New York City trying to get his record label and artists off the ground as they are exploding in popularity. First thing, this thing is packed with music Hall of Famers. Run DMC with Rev Run playing a lead role, Curtis Blow, Rick Rubin, LL Cool J, the Fat Boys, the Beastie Boys, and the lovely Sheila E. I gotta say, all of them, even though not playing against type, did a great job in this. Now, I must say, I think this movie will be better if you are familiar with the songs and the artists, which I am a fan of, most of them, and their music, especially Sheila E. and Run DMC, two of the best of all time. Rev Run is Russell's little brother, and obviously the head of Run DMC. In the movie, they are all up and comers on Crush Groove Records, ran by Russell and Rick Rubin. They produce the tracks and are a big reason for all of the act's success. What makes this movie special is it's kind of the first of its kind. I mean, yes, Beat Street was first, but this was a movie all about rap with a plot. There's so much rap and music in it, it could almost be a musical. One of the best rap numbers is when LL Cool J performs Radio to get his chance to get signed. I mean, this is one of the first movies to show the power of rap music and give us a preview of what the future was going to hold for rap. I mean, just like in the movie, it was still pretty new. We see the style with the Kangol hats and tracksuits. We see the Adidas because Nike wasn't even booming yet. That's how long ago this actually was. Can you remember a time when Nike wasn't booming? I mean, I guess you can if you're a certain age, but me, I cannot. I mean, rap music is special because it's not like other conventional genres. I mean, let's keep it real. Artists have died because of their rap music. What other genre can you say that about? Rap has an attitude like no other, and this movie shows us that. The music bonded all these people in this movie, and they formed and created something special. A legacy they leave behind forever. Now, don't get me wrong, Crush Groove didn't break the mold when it comes to the movies, but is a pioneer for rap movies to come later, so its importance is legendary. It's a great New York movie as well as a music movie. I was just in New York, and man, watching this movie just showed me how different it was. The vibe back in the 80s there just seems so dope. I can't say definitively because I don't and never have lived there, but I feel like it was better back in the 80s and 90s. There was an attitude in the air that seemed unmatched. The set designs and natural filming on the streets of New York put you right in the city. You feel it. It's even got that slightly gray tone that New York always seems to have. Beat Street and The Warriors are also some good throwback New York vibe movies. But I hate when I watch a New York movie and it doesn't feel like New York. This one does through and through. The setting is a lead in this movie, trust me, and it helps carry it all the way to the finish line. So we got the actors, we got the setting, but is the story any good? Well, if there is any problem in this movie, it's just that, the story. Now, I'm not saying it isn't good, but it's very cliche and predictable. But looking back on this movie and seeing the legacy the artists have left behind, it feels like it couldn't really go any other way. I mean, it's got all the music movie tropes. Small time guys trying to make it, get noticed by a big time label, forget about the guys who helped you get there, fighting over a girl, you name it. Nothing to write home about story wise, but the actors work the screenplay. And let's keep it real, the heart and soul of this movie is the performances by the artists. That's why there are so many of them. We get to hear some of the great early songs from some of these guys. We see all the talent, so young and hungry. That's the heart of this. Without all the fun performances, this movie wouldn't be half as good. Sheila doing Holly Rock is a major highlight in this. She was spectacular in this. I've always been a fan of her, especially her work with Prince. Run DMC doing King of Rock, and it's like that. The Fat Boys, All You Can Eat, and LL Cool J's Radio were all great ones as well. These musicians were actually good in their roles. Watching this again with a more critical eye to film, I actually thought Rev Run was very good in this, although none of these guys are playing against type, like I said earlier. But that doesn't take away from what they achieved. Run, Sheila E., the Fat Boys were all great. I mean, Curtis Blow was even decent. Rick Rubin was good. But I would have to say the two highlights are the stars, Sheila E. and Blair Underwood. They had some good chemistry in their little romance. I won't lie, I was shocked at the acting. When you see stuff like this as you're young, you just take it in. But as you get older, you pick up on things, and I picked up on all the performances. So I have to credit the director and the actors for that. This film was about loyalty and friendship at the end of the day, knowing who is really looking out for you and who has your best interests at heart. In these industries, there is always a leech, a bloodsucker who just wants to drain you for your talent and resources, and this movie follows that theme like any other movie you've seen of this kind. It's crazy to see how much the music industry has changed, how artists get discovered and blow up. It's so different. It's a time capsule piece to help us remember how different times were not that long ago. At the time of release, I can see this movie being seen as surface level, cliche, or formulaic, which it is. But in hindsight, the real life stories of these artists kind of make this movie perfect because it does mirror reality to certain degrees. By the time I saw it, these guys were already legends and I was familiar with their music, so it was seamless and fun. Now, I can easily see someone not liking this movie though. Like I said before, it's cliche simple and nothing too exciting. So the average cinephile would likely write this off as an average or below average film. Unless you are like me and are a fan of the artist. There aren't many strong themes in the movie, and there isn't much to chew on or talk about after. But that's okay. Not every movie needs to be life-changing. But I will say, at this point, it's a hip-hop classic. It can go in with CB4, 8 Mile, Juice, Hustle and Flow, Straight Outta Compton, and Wild Style. It's very entertaining and easy way to burn 90 minutes. I have fun watching this again after many years, and if you're a hip-hop or even just a music fan, I would check it out if you haven't seen this classic. I am going to give Krush Groove a 7.7 out of 10. Guys, thank you so much for watching my Krush Groove review. Let me know if there's a film or topic you'd like me to review. Do me a solid like and subscribe. Help me hit my goal of 700 subs by the end of spring. Follow me on Letterboxd, Ralph Vader. I'll link that below. I got a podcast with my buddy, The Cutting Room Floor. I'll link that below for more movie content. I'll be back next week. And don't forget the popcorn.